Hello, everybody, and welcome to Too Weird Didn't Watch, the show where we mock movies based on nothing but their bizarre descriptions.
I'm Brantley Heaton.
I'm Albert Berg. Let's dig into it.
All right, up first we have Nightmare Castle.
Nightmare Castle.
You cannot say the title of this without drama.
No, yeah, it does make me think of my favorite album ever, which is Night Castle from Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
Love that album. It's two solid discs of wonderness and awesome.
What kind of discs? Talking CD,
gold?
DVD, record?
No, they're not literally. I don't know why. I just said discs.
Gold-plated records. All right. That was a costly
I'm sure
album.
it probably went at least gold. It might have gone platinum. I bought a copy.
And you were the deciding purchase.
The Nightmare Castle, though. Is this going to be a vampire movie? This seems like it's going to be a vampire movie.
The first two words are a count, so probably. Unless it's about literally counting.
A count of 5 is what you need to get the boxer out. And that's not how boxing works at all.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're
talking
doing.
about. UHC.
Let's get to the
wrestling?
movie.
You start reading, Brantley.
All right. A count who experiments with electrostimulation of human blood.
Oh, I was just going to stop with electrostimulation and be like, whoa. Got some sexy times going on at the Nightmare Castle.
It still could be.
It's well,
blood play is a thing, and it's creepy and gross.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Discovers that his wife is having an affair.
She started playing around with the blood machine.
That's just such an odd thing, just there. It's like he plays with that, and then his wife is cheating on him.
Does she bring the guy look at what my husband does?
This is
it's so kinky.
Catching the two lovers together, the Count tortures and kills them. That escalated.
Was he hooked up to the machine? Was his blood coursing through it, and he's like, she's like, I know, right? It's like, this is the most amazing experience I've ever had.
I need you to never make those sounds again.
The Count thought so too. He was like, I can't believe this man's making those sounds with my wife.
Using their hearts.
Wait. Go back. I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done. He tortured them first.
Yeah.
Again, with the sex dungeon.
I mean, he's clearly had
anything
practice.
in it for him?
I mean, he wanted to get one last hurrah with his wife before she died.
I've always wanted to have a threesome. Not a devil's threesome was not my ideal choice, but the beggar could not be a chooser.
Using their hearts and blood to further his experiments and to restore the beauty of his own lover. Wait, so he was cheating too?
Double standard?
Serious.
Also, why was she not involved with this torture?
That was the after party.
Ah.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Wow wow.
After his wife's death, the Count discovers that her castle and fortune are to be given to her sister instead of him. Ha! Take that, misogyny.
Wait. Was he a Count before he married her? He was just
he was a Count, but he had no money.
And she was just like, I've got this castle and all this money. What should I do with it? It's like, I have a solution. Check out this blood machine. It'll blow your hair back.
Also, marriage. Hoping to continue his lifestyle of living in a castle and kinky sex blood. In his experiments, the Count manipulates the sister and marries her, hoping to eliminate her as he did his first wife, not knowing that the spirits of his wife and her lover are out for revenge.
This is amazing.
What?
This is Shakespeare right here. He's got the ghosts, and it says he's planning to eliminate her in the same way that he eliminated his first wife, which I assume means that he's going to wait for her to have an affair,
torture her, and then kill him.
And then kill the man that she had
and
the
then
affair
use
with.
their hearts and blood to power his experiments.
Which was already a complicated plan before we brought the ghosts into it.
And there's still his lover, who's just running around.
She's really chill. She's like, oh, you're going to marry some... It's like,
he's trying to restore her beauty, too, so she's disfigured. They were using the machine, he got way too excited and scarred her horribly.
Oh, I was thinking he just, was into ugly chicks, and she's like, no, you must fix me. It's like, you're 85, woman.
He's a grave robber. I don't like them unless they're over 80.
He's into some weird stuff.
This is a depraved movie.
I mean, still better than The Hunchback, but what do you think goes on with these ghosts?
Maybe they possess the machine?
Oh, so we get like a Mangler thing going on?
Kind of.
We haven't had a really good haunted machine movie. From what I've heard, the Mangler was not a great adaptation.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's a Stephen King story where there's like a laundry folding machine that gets haunted and eats people.
You know what the best haunted machine ever is?
What?
Christine.
I haven't seen that one.
That is an amazing movie, and it is now my favorite car. Is the 1957 Plymouth Fury, which is what Christine is.
Okay.
And it may not be a ghost; it might just be an evil car because it kills someone on the the factory
That's also
floor.
Stephen King, right?
Yeah.
Same deal. Only it was great because the Mangler like was a laundry machine, and in the last part of the story, it like rips itself out of its moorings in the laundromat and comes like lurching after the guy in his house.
I mean, we had the fridge or whatever what it was called, the one that I had seen.
Yes,
Our Dark Shame.
Brantley did watch that movie.
I was not involved in the choosing. That's why I'm reading now. Moving on, we have Black Dragons.
That's racist.
Yeah, it's starring Bela Lugosi. Hopefully not in any horrifying makeup that'll offend a lot of people.
Oh no.
You're picturing it now, and it's horrifying.
Bela Lugosi in blackface.
Yeah.
His face is so bad for it, too.
Yeah.
He's got that weird hook nose and...
He got tired of being typecast as the pale guy, so he went in the horribly wrong direction with that.
Does he have, like, also the really racist, like, black southern accent? He's got the black accent going on?
Probably. It was made in 1942. Just prior to the start of
I'm not going to do the black accent, just to be clear. Not going to try the black accent. Partially because I'm sensitive. I don't want to offend anybody. But also because...
It'll come out as you're quote-unquote Australian.
Yeah, I'm real bad.
Al can't do accents. It's amazing.
I'm real bad. I can do a black... Not a black. I'm sorry. This is a southern accent. This is the white trailer trash that lives around here. This is about what I can do. All right? I can
Give
do
me
this.
your best British.
My good sir, I say there. Would you like a spot of tea?
That was horrifying and terrifying. Moving on. Just prior to the start of World War II, Dr. Melcher, played by Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi, you say? I know the man.
Oh, but did you do heroin together?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, what do
Yeah,
we say in England?
Yeah.
I will do the rest of this one in English accent.
You turned into Dracula at this point, and it's pretty great, but not appropriate.
I feel like we have slipped from the English accent into something else.
A world-famous plastic surgeon is brought in by Japan's
That's
Black
something
Dragon
you
Society.
Don't normally get world famous for.
No?
It was like, oh my gosh, there's like Michael Lochte, world famous plastic surgeon.
Is that a real name, or did you just make that up?
No, the Lochte guy's the one from the Olympics who claimed to be. Oh, his name is Ryan Lochte.
Oh.
I said, I'm real tired right now, so I was going for Michael Phelps, and I got the Michael out, and for some reason my brain skipped on the Phelps, and it's just like, other Olympic swimmer! How about that Lochte guy? He's in the news, world
The
famous right
ultimate
now.
swimmer.
Kind of world infamous. So this is Japanese.
It's in Japan.
Right. I'm not saying it's a Japanese movie, but it takes place... an entirely different type of racial stereotype.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a propaganda movie.
Okay.
I'm going just from, prior to World War II, 1942, starring a bunch of Americans.
I thought we were more against the Germans at that point than the Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, read on, McDuff.
What? Brought in by the Black Dragon Society as part of a secret plan. We're not going to tell you what it is. It doesn't. It just moves on. Dr. Melcher operates on 6 Black Dragon Society operatives and transforms them into exact duplicates of 6 high-ranking American businessmen. Not generals, businessmen. Who were replaced by these lookalikes. I had assumed that part. As soon as they made the copy, and he's like, moving on.
Those Japanese guys must be great actors. I mean, no, let's just totally accept the idea that you could completely replicate somebody else's face.
Right?
Because I just saw that on Elvis Lives from the Asylum.
They did in the second, one of the 2 G.I. Joe movies.
The entire plot of Face Off.
They did in one of... By the way, I accept Travolta's face going on Nicolas Cage's. Travolta has a big head. Cage's face is not going on there.
They're like skull reconstruction, my man.
They took off half his brain then, which would explain Nicolas Cage's henceforth insane.
There you go. They went method. All right.
He took a chunk of his brain, took the rational part out of his head.
That's why he's doing all these movies now. Okay, I lost the thread of what we were talking about.
Good
in the
acting
movie.
Japanese people
Yes. So
playing Americans.
they're playing. They like show up. They have the accent down. They know everything they need to know. They're
Okay.
like, these families aren't suspicious.
Well, I mean, they're businessmen, and this is 1942 America, so they didn't talk to their family anyways.
I guess so, but
They
had to
just
be close
came
to
in for
somebody.
dinner, glared at the wife, maybe hit her, and then had sex and went to bed. That was
okay,
the American marriage.
Here's in my mind, if I'm doing this plan, you don't entirely get rid of the businessman. You let him have the home life. You replicate the office somewhere else. You have like an exact duplicate of his office. And then like every day before work, you sort of like put some knockout gas in the car. He's driving to work. He's like, I fell asleep again. Oh, here I am at the office. This seems normal. And he goes to his office.
Well, he is a businessman, so he'd probably have a driver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's in a cab or whatever. Or they offer him a driver. They're like, oh, a new perk of you're at the top of the. You know what? No, he just has that.
The government, in this time of war, has decided that our businessmen are at risk.
And then they have to like also do facial transplant surgery on the people who are going to be the drivers, and eventually they've just replaced the entire population of America. And they're like, wait, what was the plan again? They're all over there. We're over here. I don't see what we gained by this.
Well, we have America now. This is what we wanted. We wanted the islands. This is a continent. This is exactly wrong. And then they leave.
Continue.
With their operatives in place, the Black Dragon Society's plan to sabotage the American war effort appears to be set. But the FBI chief and an agent, just the one, begin to piece together the clues that hopefully will uncover this sinister plot.
Like the fact that all these 6 CEOs just started ordering Asian food all the time. That's really weird.
You know
He
what's
loves
weird?
steak.
He loves steak, and now he only eats sushi.
Also, he's allergic to starch. Why is he ordering all these noodle-based dishes? Dishes is the word I'm trying to say.
Noodle-based dishes. He just had them put all over the roads. I don't understand it.
They're trying to bankrupt the
So
economy.
Weird.
Ramen ditches in.
He doesn't even have the power to do that. He's into automobiles.
The military
What's
guys
going
are sitting
on?
there like, yes, ramen trench. I'm writing this down now. The Japanese guys are rubbing their hands. It's working. It's working.
You're the one guy who's like, I don't know how, but it's working. Bela Lugosi is just like rubbing his forehead. Just Americans are so dumb.
Is he the doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sad.
He's brought to Japan. This is a he's kidnapped, so he's paid.
Yeah, I'm sad that he just disappears from the description after that.
Yeah.
He's probably a cameo. They're like, yeah, we'll get Bela Lugosi. And he's like, I'm here for 5 minutes. I don't know why. I've sort of got like a southern accent Dracula going on now. Or whatever this is. Maybe he's like a surfer
darling,
dude
I
or
want
something.
to drink your blood. Uh-huh. I'd watch that. I watched Southern Fried Dracula. Southern Fried Dracula sounds like a TBS show or something like that.
How is that? That feels like something that's already happened, yeah. If it hasn't, dibs.
I know
Southern Fried Dracula, TM. Too Weird Didn't Watch podcast.
We're going to make a movie, guys. It's going to be great.
No, we're just going to write the description.
Yeah, we should write our own descriptions. That'd be great.
Uh,
All right. Next up, we have One Body, Too Many, which is a problem I personally have had. How about you?
I have exactly the right amount of bodies
Yeah.
that I possess.
This is also starring Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi getting busy. He was the Nicolas Cage of his era.
He kind of was,
He really,
especially once the heroin kicked
he
in.
did work with Ed Wood, so
A timid insurance salesman, probably not played by Bela, decides to place a call upon an eccentric recluse at his mansion, only to find that he has just passed away. It's Lugosi. He just like took a nap on set and like just wrote it into the script.
corpse. He's like,
He just like wandered in. He's Bela Lugosi, so he like slapped someone and then just went to sleep.
excuse me. This calls for a southern gentleman. My accent is very wrong for that. Well, you're gonna be dead the whole time. I see. You've called me the greatest actor of my time in to play a dead man.
Yes.
Is this one of those Daniel Radcliffe and Swiss Army Man situations? Will I start farting at some point? Because I could get into that.
I don't think they were ready for Boner Compass.
I'm ready
In
for Bela
1944.
Lugosi's Boner Compass. I'm so ready.
One of the weirdest, but not the weirdest sentence I've ever heard you said, which is really sad. What he also finds is a home full of relatives. So they didn't notice that he was dead? They lit
real
some random
busy.
string. What?
They're real busy. What did he get hired for initially?
He's just an insurance salesman. He's like knocking on the door to sell some insurance, presumably.
You guys want to buy some life insurance?
And he goes in.
Yeah, sure. Go talk to Grandpa. He's real old. We haven't seen him in like 3 days.
He's probably asleep. Just nudge him. This man is dead. Huh.
No. He's like, would you guys like to buy some life insurance for this man who's taking a real long nap?
He's a master of his craft. Home full of relatives who are...
Wait. That wouldn't work at all. He would lose on that proposition. I just realized.
Yeah.
What am I saying? I'm real tired, guys.
Okay, so he's the opposite of a master of his craft.
He's the worst.
That's why he sent him here. Just like, go talk to that guy. He's weird. He hasn't died in forever. Who are... That's a weird way to do the sentence. According to the will, all bound to remain in the mansion until the authorities arrive to claim the body. Isn't that what normally happens when someone dies?
Man, this guy has the worst luck ever. He goes to sell some insurance. The guy who he wants to sell it to is already dead. And then they're like, everybody's got to stay. Can I go? Nope, the will says no. I'm pretty sure that's not how wills work. Shut up and stay.
Seriously, though, if there's a dead body, you're not supposed to leave.
I mean,
that's fleeing the scene of a crime.
It's not a crime, though. If somebody like dies in a bed at a hospital, or not, well, let's say not a hospital, like a hotel, like I'm staying in a hotel, and the person next to me dies, just like in their sleep, I don't have to stay there unless there's some suspicious activity.
There might be. Seeing that the man's niece may be in harm's way, the salesman decides to remain at the mansion to protect her from harm while they discover who killed her uncle.
It was her. Plot twist. Also, she's played by Bela Lugosi. We found him.
Sorry, just the image of Bela Lugosi in a wig, but still being exactly the same as is in every other movie, but for trying to be a woman as hard as he can is amazing. So the question is, what is the one body too many? Do they start racking up bodies? Do people keep dying? But then there's more than one, so...
I think it's just trying for a clever title.
Well, they failed.
I'm sorry.
Super bad.
You know, there's a lot of movies that do that, right?
Yeah.
Like the title promises one thing, like Nightcrawler, and you're like, all right, I'm going to go see this guy bamf in and out of places, and then it's just the dude who's a psychopath.
But you know what
steals guys' watches.
Speaking of bad titles, we have The Terror.
That's a great title.
That's super bland.
Dan Simmons wrote The Terror. It's about the sailing ship, The Terror, that got trapped in the ice, and nobody ever found it. And it's about, like, how that it was attacked by this giant, like, polar bear / Godzilla monster. That's pretty good.
This has two actors I never expected to see in a movie together.
Okay, hit me.
Jack Nicholson.
Right, I'm starting with that.
Boris Karloff.
I'm assuming it's a very young Jack Nicholson and a very old Boris Karloff.
In an early career appearance, Jack Nicholson stars as Lieutenant Duvalier. Which is both my favorite and least favorite name of all time. A 19th century military officer whose dreams are haunted by a mysterious beauty.
Is this Jack Nicholson doing a French accent?
It better. It better be.
Once again, I'm afraid to try to do that French accent.
Do it.
But
do it. This is the accent episode.
I have to start with something. I have to start with oui, monsieur. I have that body for you.
Okay. I'm going to stop you there. Hands up in the audience. Who knew he was going to start with oui, because I 100% did.
I have to have a pushing off point, okay? I have to have something that I like really French. I'll have champagne. Oh, and champagne France. I don't have anything else to say. I'm done with this bit now.
So he's a 19th century military officer. Those same dreams draw him to the sinister castle of Baron von Leppe. L-E-P-P-E. I'm going to call you Leppe because I like that name. Pepe Le Pew.
Okay.
But is it really the Baron or an imposter? ?
Well, I wasn't. That was not
reading.
something that was in my mind originally. I was like, normally I don't hear about it. Somebody going to somebody's castle and be like, oh, but it could be an imposter, because that could change all of these movies.
Yeah.
Right. It's just the possibility that, like, oh wait, no, it wasn't really the body of the uncle in the original, the one body too many. It was somebody else.
That's why, Bela Lugosi's the niece. He's undercover. The niece died.
Yeah, the niece
and he stole
died.
her place. And he thinks he's a master of disguise.
Nobody noticed.
We don't need to be going back to previous movies, but that is just such an interesting movie for some reason. It's so dumb, but I really want to know. Moving on, back to the terror. Before he knows it, he finds himself a prisoner and frantically tries to solve the mysteries that surround him. So it's like Beauty and the Beast, but they're both dudes.
He must fall in love. That's a very unconventional telling of Beauty and the Beast, I have to say.
I mean, Wolverine's
would it
been
be like
gay
Buddy
once,
and
so
the Beast? There's got to be, or Body and the Beast. There's got to be like a dude-centric title that we can come up with for that, right?
Bro and the Beast.
Beauty and the Bro.
But-
That's just like the really annoying like girl wants to get the guy and he's a surfer dude, but that's actually a curse that was put on him by a gypsy woman. He's
like a 50s nerd, but he's just
super refined and like really rich, but he like acts like a beach bum and he can't
he
stop.
walks around in like the wife beater.
He has a talking surfboard.
He's got the barbed wire tattoo.
Yeah.
With the rose there because it has to be there. He's got the trucker hat, but it's always sideways. It's like, sup? Check out my pics.
I need you to fall in love with me before this rose falls apart. It's so dumb, right?
Why? I'm stuck like this forever. For the love of God, I will help you. Director Roger Corman, oh God.
Hey, Roger Corman, listen.
Collaborated with other directors, including Francis Ford Coppola in the filming of this horror classic.
Francis Ford Coppola is like the director of one of my favorite B movie type, like of these type, Dementia 13.
I just love the fact that at the end of, after it summarizes the movie, it has to tell us that it was Roger Corman, but don't worry, he had help.
I think that this era of Roger Corman is actually pretty good. Not good, but I mean, I actually went back
Enjoyable?
and watched. Yeah, I went back and watched the Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet or whatever it was called, and I thought that, I mean, the special effects in that were handled really well.
Yeah.
I mean, not really well. It's not Star Wars quality or anything, but for a really cheap B movie compared to a lot of the B movies that I see, I was like, I kind of buy this. This is okay. You have your hover car and your giant robot, and it's all practical effects back then. So when it was bad in like a different way than the CG bad effects are bad today.
I'd like to go back to Prehistoric Planet. Would you be interested in doing a review of that and the sequel?
Maybe. I feel like we need to like put some more mileage on the main podcast first. Maybe like episode 11 or something. We're recording 9 and 10 today, so
okay.
Pulling back the veil
behind the scenes.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for this episode. Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. If you have not done so already, subscribe to the podcast. Give us a rating on iTunes. It really helps. And we will be back next week with more absurdity on Too Weird Didn't Watch.